Welcome to another sexy movie recap. Watch till the end, you won't want to miss the shocking and satisfying ending. When the movie starts, we see a girl named Alice twisting her hair with her fingers as she goes toward a bar where her two friends, Tess and Sophie, are waiting for her. Alice has a very serious look on her face, but we do not know why yet. She and her friends are at a bar, where they are ordering drinks and food during a rare hangout. The waiter at the bar keeps looking at Alice in a way that gets noticed by Tess and Sophie, who are happy to see boys interested in their friend. Tess and Sophie then tease Alice about the waiter, telling her that he is interested in her. Alice has a boyfriend named Simon, and even when she is with her friends, she keeps checking her phone because Simon keeps texting her. Their relationship does not seem to be a good one. Are you enjoying this video? Click that sexy subscribe button. You would be helping me continue to create more sexy movie recaps just like this for you. Simon is a very successful artist, and many people are familiar with his work, so he has already become a big deal among artists in the country. There will be a gallery opening where Simon will show off many of his works. Alice goes on to invite both her friends to the opening, and Tess and Sophie go on to tell her that they will be there for her. Sophie then tells Tess that they can go to her place for the whole week and party their butts off for 7 long days because her parents are not going to be there. She then goes on to ask Alice if she is going to be able to make it, and Alice tells her that she will try her best, but she cannot say anything for sure. It is implied that Alice met Simon in Tess's circle, but despite Simon's connection to Tess, he seems to be removing her from her friends. Sophie proposes that they should celebrate Tess's birthday at her parents' house up north. Alice is loving this hangout, but there is something that keeps distracting her. She goes on to receive another message, which is presumably from her boyfriend. She then tells Tess and Sophie that she has to leave right away, and just like that she's gone on. She, however, goes to the bathroom first and takes a picture of her cleavage to send to her boyfriend. She seems really worried and lost even when she is in her car, and finally makes it back home. She keeps twisting her hair whenever she is alone, and she always seems to be worried and lost. When she gets home, she finds a note in her pocket on which a phone number has been written. It is presumably from that waiter at the bar, but she does not want to get in trouble with her boyfriend, so she goes on to wash that paper first, and then throws it away. She then gets undressed and hits the shower. While she is in the shower, she too cannot think about that later, and as she stands in front of the mirror, she imagines that waiter standing right behind her, but it only turns out to be your boyfriend Simon, who ends up startling her. They then make their way to the bedroom, and it seems like Simon is a really controlling guy, and she is scared of him too. When the morning comes, she wakes up before Simon does. She goes on to make her hair right away, and puts on some makeup so that she looks presentable to him when he wakes up. When they are about to go to work, they take a walk together, and Simon goes on to enter a bakery. Alice tells him that he was the one who said they were going to cut back on sugar, but he says that it is just this time, and that they will definitely cut back on sugar after this. Alice keeps twisting her hair all the time when Simon is standing in the bakery. She starts thinking about what Sophie said about spending the whole week at her parents' house. She is now trying to come up with an excuse to give her boyfriend so that he will let her spend the week at her parents' house. Alice finally comes up with a plan. She decides to tell Simon that she is going to be away for the weekend for a whole week. When Simon comes out of the bakery, she tells him that she is going on a work trip to Minneapolis for the whole week. She does not even mention a friend. They later go to Simon's art gallery opening, where Simon keeps acting like a possessive and controlling partner. Sophie also goes to the opening, and Abel is there. Simon then tells Alice that they are leaving right away, and Alice tells Sophie that she must leave right away. She also tells Sophie that she will see her tomorrow because she is coming to the cottage with her. When they get home, Simon is very upset because he does not think his opening was a success. He says that no one came to his opening, but Alice tries to reassure him that there were actually a lot of people there. Sophie and Alice get in their car and drive to the cottage. It is clear that Alice is still lost because she keeps getting texts from her boyfriend and cannot hang out with her friend the way she should. While Tess and Sophie are listening to music and having fun, Alice sits quietly in the back seat because she is too busy reading the texts that her boyfriend keeps sending her. When he is not texting her, he is staring at her. Tess and Sophie are also worried about her. They ask her if she is okay, but she just tells them to keep going. The three of them make a quick stop at a convenience store where Alice sees a flyer for a missing girl named Andrea. The missing person case seems to be taking over Alice. The three of them get what they need from the store and keep going. After a while, they get to their destination, which is a beautiful place for a vacation, but they notice that Alice still cannot stop thinking about her boyfriend. They have gone to that place for a vacation. Are you enjoying this video? Click that sexy subscribe button. You would be helping me continue to create more sexy movie recaps just like this for you. But Alice is still not present with them at all. Simon again goes on to text her at 2 in the morning, and she again takes close-ups of her body and sends them to Simon. When the morning comes, she makes her way out to jog, which is part of her morning routine. And as she jogs, she listens to a podcast. She then goes to sit by a lake where everything is just so pleasant. Despite everything being so pleasant around her, she is not able to get her mood to be as pleasant. When she is sitting by the lake, she is approached by 2 policemen who have been looking for a missing girl named Andrea. They ask her if she has seen that girl Alice, however tells them that she has not seen the girl, and they leave. They then try to play games, but Tess is yet again lost. She keeps receiving texts from Simon. When they are playing Scrabble, she is not able to focus. We see her receiving constant text messages from her boyfriend. He is always controlling her and psychologically abusing her by insulting her openly, despite knowing the fact that it is having a very bad effect on Alice's mental health. He is always in control of her, which is why he happens to know everything about her. He is at times so freaky that she has started wondering whether he can read minds. She acts very strangely the whole time they are on the trip. She even fights with her best friends and is very rude to them. When they are eating sweets, she eats very strangely and makes weird faces, which freaks out her friends. She defends Simon even when her friends try to tell her that he might not be the right guy for her, even though they still do not know the whole story. Alice acts so strangely that she tells her friends about her body parts, which scares both of them to death. She then joins a group looking for a lost girl, Andrea, but she does not succeed. She acts strange again when she starts hacking wood out of the blue. Her friends start to wonder what is wrong with her because she was not like this before. Sophie says that these two do not know about something that is going on, and they want to know what it is. Alice still will not tell them the truth about how she got to be in this state while they are there. Simon finds out where they are by looking at Tess's Instagram posts. He is angry that Alice lied to him, so he calls Alice right away and tells her to leave and come back to him. Allison tells her friends that she has to cut the trip short, which they do not understand. She tells them that she has to go back to Simon because he loves her so much. Alice packs up, but as she is about to leave, she gets a call from Simon. Tess then hides her phone and wallet while Sophie goes to the store as an excuse for Tess and Alice to spend time together. When Tess tries to teach Alice how to paddleboard on the lake, she jokes about rocking the board, which causes Alice to fall off and lose her earring, which was a gift from Simon. In a panic, Alice dives down to try to find the earring, but she cannot find it. When she gets back to the shore, she has Tess ask right away about Alice's health. Alice changes her mind about leaving, and the next morning she joins the search party for Andrea again. Now that she does not have her phone, she starts to feel much better because she is not being pressured. She spends quality time with her friends the way it is supposed to be, and she starts to feel much better. While looking for the missing girl near an abandoned cottage, Alice finds lipstick and thinks it belongs to Andrea. They then go to the cottage. Alice starts to be more honest with her friends. At one point, she tells them that Simon has never hurt her physically, but later she admits that he has hurt her emotionally. Alice stops answering Simon's messages, which makes him even angrier. That night, at a very tense dinner, he shows up unannounced with grocery bags. He pulls out a newspaper to show that the body of the missing girl has finally been found. Alice takes out her lipstick and tells Simon what she thinks about it. As he always does, Simon tries to shut her up in a condescending way because he likes to insult her. The next morning, Alice packs and leaves the cottage, which surprises her friends. On the way to the main road, Simon stops his car at a junction to let a long line of cyclists pass, so if he catches up with the car and breaks the back windshield with a malleable iron, he can still get away with it. Alice gets out of the car and looks at Sophie, telling her friend that she does not want to go with Simon and that she is afraid to go back with him. Simon wants Alice to get back in the car, but she refuses. Tess steps between Simon and Alice, which makes Simon give up. He walks back to the car and angrily throws Alice's things out before driving away. In the last scene of the movie, Alice rides a paddleboard and then jumps into the lake like the free spirit she has become. Did you enjoy the video? Click that sexy subscribe button. You would be helping me continue to create more sexy movie recaps just like this for you. Now click this video to enjoy another sexy movie recap. You won't want to miss out on its shocking and satisfying ending.